Hi, my name is Baddie and I'm hot. But on top of that, I have a hell of a lot of experience in online business. Let's go. Let's be honest for a second. You didn't click on this video because you want an extra $50 to buy a coffee. You're here because you are tired. Tired of the math not adding up at the end of the month. Tired of seeing the dream life on your feed. The travel, the freedom, the aesthetic apartments, and wondering why it feels so far out of reach for you. Here is the uncomfortable truth that nobody tells you. You cannot budget your way to wealthy. You can't save your way to financial freedom if your income is capped. You need to increase your cash flow. On this channel, we don't do get-rich-quick schemes. We don't do surveys for pennies. We operate with strategy. Today, I am going to break down the side hustles that actually pay in the current market. These are legitimate business models that you can start alongside your 9 to 5 to eventually replace your 9 to 5. We are going to cover 3 specific tiers: low barrier entry, high skill leverage, and the asset builders. But before we touch the tactics, we have to fix the mechanism. Most people fail at side hustles because they treat them like a second job. They trade more time for money. If you work 8 hours a day and then drive for a rideshare app for 4 hours, you aren't building wealth. You are just exhausting your primary resource, your energy. The Baddie mindset is about leverage. We want inputs that are disconnected from time. We are looking for scalability. When choosing a hustle, you need to ask yourself 3 questions. 1. Is the income capped by my hours? 2. Does this build a skill that makes me more valuable? And 3. Can this eventually run without me? If the answer to all 3 is no, we aren't doing it. We are building an empire, not a cage. Let's start with Tier 1, service arbitrage and the AI agency model. This is for those of you with zero capital but plenty of drive. We aren't talking about low-level data entry. We are talking about solving expensive problems for businesses. In the AI era, generalists are broke, specialists get paid. The market doesn't need another generic writer. The market needs a specialist who understands how to leverage tools to save companies time. Right now, local businesses are drowning in administrative tasks. Real estate agents, dentists, med spas, and gyms know they need to modernize, but they don't know how. That is your gap. You can learn to build simple customer service chatbots using no-code tools like VoiceFlow or Stack AI in a single weekend. You approach these businesses and offer to install a system on their site that automatically books appointments 24/7. Here is the strategy. You don't charge by the hour. You charge a setup fee, say $1,000, and then a monthly maintenance fee of $500 just to keep it running. If you get 5 clients, that is $2,500 a month in recurring revenue for software that essentially runs itself. You have now just matched the average rent payment in most major cities. This is arbitrage. You are selling a solution, not your time. Another angle in this tier is what I call high-ticket packaging. Look at the YouTube ecosystem. Creators are desperate for good thumbnails and retention-focused scripts. If you can master the psychology of a click using Photoshop or high-end AI image generators, you can charge $50 to $100 per thumbnail. It sounds small, but one client needs 4 to 8 thumbnails a month. If you secure 3 major YouTubers as clients, you are looking at a full-time income for part-time work. Now, let's level up to Tier 2. This is where we start talking about sleep money. I know it sounds like a cliche, but digital products are the highest margin business model in existence. You create it once, you sell it forever. Your inventory cost is 0. Your shipping cost is 0. But here is where most people mess up. They try to write an ebook about how to be happy or something vague. No one is buying that. People buy outcomes, they buy speed, they buy organization. Think about your current job or your deepest hobby. What is a spreadsheet, a template, or a system you use to make your life easier? Maybe you are an obsessively organized student. Create a 4.0 GPA Notion template for college freshmen. Maybe you work in HR. Create a resume template that beats the ATS algorithms. You package this up on platforms like Gumroad, Stan Store, or even Etsy. You create a simple TikTok, Instagram, or Pinterest account, faceless, just showing the product in action on a screen. Let's look at the numbers, because math doesn't lie. If you sell a $20 template and you sell just one a day, that's an extra $7,300 a year. If you sell 5 a day, that is $36,000 a year from a PDF file. This is not magic, it is value exchange. You are selling order to a chaotic world. The key here is aesthetic and utility. It has to look good, and it has to work immediately. The modern consumer wants a plug-and-play solution. If you can save someone 10 hours of work for $20, they will pay you every single time. Moving on to Tier 3, the content asset game. This is for the creatives who want to be part of the creator economy, but value their privacy. You do not need to be an influencer. You do not need to show your face. Enter the world of UGC, or user-generated content. Brands are moving away from polished, expensive TV commercials. They want authentic phone shot videos for their TikTok and Instagram ads. They need content that looks real, because real sells. You can reach out to brands and offer to create content for their pages. You aren't posting it on yours. You don't need followers. You just need a phone, good lighting, and a basic understanding of marketing hooks. A single 30-second UGC video can sell for $150 to $300. If you land a retainer with a skincare brand for 4 videos a month, that is $1,000 from one client. You are essentially a freelance creative director. You script it, you shoot it, you send it. And for the shy baddies who prefer long-form content, faceless YouTube. Exactly what you are watching right now. There are channels making 6 figures simply by curating scary stories, meditation music, documentary-style history videos, or financial education. With AI voiceovers and stock footage, the barrier to entry has never been lower. But because the barrier is low, the competition is high. To win here, you need to focus on storytelling and quality. Don't just upload junk, build a brand. Treat your channel like a media company, not a hobby. Now, before you rush off to start all of these, we need to have a serious conversation about the traps. In your search for income, you will be targeted. The internet is full of sharks looking for people who are desperate. Stay away from anything that requires you to recruit other people to make money. If the product is recruitment, it's a pyramid scheme, and it will ruin your reputation. Stay away from survey sites that value your hour at $2. Your time is worth more than that. Stay away from sports betting signals or gambling algorithms. That is not a hustle. That is a donation to the casino. We are building legitimate equity here, not relying on luck. So, how do you actually execute this? How do you go from watching this video to seeing a deposit in your bank account? First, you need to conduct a personal audit. What are your natural strengths? Are you visual? Go for thumbnails or UGC. Are you analytical? Go for the AI automation agency or Notion templates. Are you a good writer? Go for script writing or email copywriting. Once you pick your lane, give yourself a specific time frame. I call this the 6-month protocol. Months 1 and 2 are for learning. You are consuming every tutorial, reading every guide, and practicing the skill. You might make $0 here. That is normal. You are building the foundation. Months 3 and 4 are for outreach and product creation. You are launching the store, sending the cold emails, or posting the content. This is the hardest phase because you are working without immediate reward. This is where 90% of people quit. Do not be the 90%. Months 5 and 6 are for refinement and scaling. You analyze what worked, cut what didn't, and double down on the winners. By the end of 6 months, if you stay consistent, you will have a secondary stream of income. It might be small at first, maybe $500. But $500 that you made from your own business feels better than $5,000 from a boss you hate. And what do you do with that money? You don't spend it on clothes. Not yet. You reinvest it. You buy better software. You pay for a course to upgrade your skills, or you invested into the stock market to start your compound interest journey. This is how you escape the rat race. You use your active income to build passive income. The distance between you and your dream life is not luck. It is not about being born rich. It is about action. It is about waking up and deciding that you are worth more than the minimum wage. It is about deciding that you are capable of learning hard things. Stop scrolling through other people's success stories and start writing your own. Pick one hustle from this video, just one, and commit to it. Don't dabble, dominate. I'm Maddie. If you are ready to level up your finances and claim the life you deserve, make sure you are subscribed. We are building a community of women who are unapologetic about making money. We are just getting started. I'll see you in the next one.